Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you calculate the mean, median, mode, and range. So similar to these problems that you see up on the screen here. Just a reminder, this is the speedrun version where we go through the problems pretty quickly. If you'd like the normal version of the lesson, I will link that in the description below. All right, your Ricasso Recap starts now. In 30 seconds or less, here's what you need to know before you start this lesson. Firstly, you should know how to add negative numbers. Secondly, you should know how to subtract negative numbers. And lastly, you should know how to round decimals. If you want refreshers on any of these three topics, I will link videos in the description below. Please go watch those before you start this lesson. All right, the new lesson starts now. Here we go. So when we talk about finding the mean mathematically, we're not talking about being mean to someone like rude or anything like that. We're talking about finding the average. And so here's our story. It says Colton took 9 science tests. His scores were, and here are the scores. It says, what was Colton's mean test score? Round your answer to the nearest whole number. So we need to add all the numbers. So that means I'm going to do 88 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 89 plus 91 plus 91 plus 89. All right, and you can add this up in your head by hand with a calculator. I'm going to use a calculator. And when you add all those numbers up, you should get 808. All right, so step 1 is done. Step 2, divide by the number of numbers. What I mean is, how many numbers did you just add up? 1 number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers. Okay, if you count them up, and actually they tell you it's 9 sign tests. So we know it's 9. So we're going to do 808, that answer that we just got, divided by 9, which will give you 89.7 repeating. And it said round to the nearest whole number. So if we round this correctly, it will come out to 90, and this is our final answer. All right, add all the numbers, divide by the number of numbers for the average or the mean. All right, the median, maybe we've heard that word before. The median, I put a picture up here, is, when you're going down the road, there's grass in the middle, or maybe there's some concrete in the middle, that's called the median. All right, and the median has to do with something exactly in the middle. So step 1, arrange the numbers from least to greatest. So you take all of your data, and we're going to put it in least to greatest. So 5, 5, I'm going to cross these off as I use them. 7, 7, boom, boom. 8, 8, and 9. And then step 1 is done. Step 2, find the middle number. Find the middle number. The way I like to find the middle number is so I cross off 1 on the left, cross off 1 on the right. Cross 1 off on the left, then the right. Left, right, what number is left exactly in the middle would be 7. All right, and that's it for the median. Now some of you all, maybe your brain said, well, what happens if you have 2 numbers in the middle? So let's take a look at this problem down here at the bottom. Let's put it in order from least to greatest. Okay, here are our numbers in order from least to greatest, and now cross off left, right, left, right, left, right. If you go left, right here, you would be left with no numbers. So you have 2 numbers in the middle. All right, when you have 2 numbers in the middle, what you do is you just find the average of those numbers. So the way you find the average is you add them together, and then you divide by 2. So 70 plus 71 divided by 2 gives you 70.5. And this is the median. Okay? So again, median. Line them up from least to greatest, find the middle number. If there are 2 numbers in the middle, add them together, divide by 2. All right, the range is you need to find the highest number and the lowest number. So the highest number, or the largest number, highest number in this case is 0. Okay, don't be mixed up by the negatives there. The lowest number is -4. And to find the range, you do the highest number minus the lowest number. Okay, you subtract the lowest number from the highest. Again, highest minus lowest. So we're going to do 0 minus -4. Again, we should know how to deal with these double symbols. That will just give you 0 plus 4, which is 4. And this is the range. And the last one here, the mode. Okay, you're looking for step 1, only one step, find the most repeated number. Again, think of mode most, right? Most repeated. So the number that you see the most, well, I see -9 and -9. That's 2. But then I see -7, -7, -7, -7. I see -7 4 times. I see -8 twice. The winner is -7, okay, because I see it the most. Now, in this set of numbers, there are no repeated values, right? They're all different numbers. In that case, there is no mode. Okay, you can't have such a thing as no mode. In this set of numbers, you have 75, 75, and then you have 68 and 68. So you have a tie. In that case, there are two modes. That would be 68 and 75. So for mode, you can have no mode, one mode, or several modes. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 4 problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, here is the work. Should have gotten a median of 4. For the second problem in the top right, the range is 10 minus 1, which is 9. For the third problem, when you added up the numbers, you got 0, and then 0 divided by 9 is just 0. And for the last problem, you should have gotten a mode of 5. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.